Hello and welcome back to Witches of the Moon. Happy Sunday. I'm Eva Maria, your Sunday co-host, and this week's topic has been curses, hexes, and their effects. I'm not going to so much say that curses or hexes are never warranted. But what I will say, what I believe, are two things. The first being, if you're going to resort to cursing or hexing, there should be, the punishment should fit the crime. There has to be some justified reason. Not like, you looked at me funny. You know what I mean? There should really be a better reason than that, I think. And I do believe in forethought. I think I've mentioned this in a past video. I really do believe in forethought because of cause and effect. Everything you do will have an effect later. And I don't know if everybody thinks things out all the time. Maybe some people don't, you know. There's a story I'm going to tell you. There's a woman and her husband and her kids, and the woman's mother. Now, the woman's mother doesn't like this woman's husband, okay? She doesn't like her daughter's husband. For whatever reason. She just don't like him too much. These are real people, by the way. I'm just not saying names, not saying who they are, because it's their privacy. The man, provided for his children, did the right thing, stayed married and faithful to his wife, never did anything that would really warrant dislike. Let's give them names. Let's say the woman's name is Anne. Fake name. Total fake name. Her name is Anne. Let's say her husband is John. Okay? So Anne's mother doesn't like John. I think that's an easier way for you to follow what's going on. So, what does Anne's mother proceed to do? She goes to a witch for hire, asks this woman to do something horrible to Anne's husband, to kill him. Well, apparently, halfway through, I guess, the discussion, Anne's mother chickens out. She decides that she doesn't want to do this. Oh my God. Well, the caster for hire, for whatever reason, decides, I'm going to do this anyway. I don't know why. I don't know if she received payment or didn't. I don't know if it was like a blackmail thing, or maybe she was doing it because she wasn't paid. I don't know. I don't know the details of the contract part of what went on. But the caster for hire did something anyway. So what happens to John, Anne's husband? Quotation marks because their names are, again, fictitious. Well, John proceeds to develop a horrible, horrible illness where he cannot leave his bed. He is dying slowly. Why? No good reason, but he's dying. And whatever was done to such a degree that no amount of intervention seems to help. So this was probably something done on a pretty heavy scale. But the story doesn't end here. Now, the caster who did this to John says to Anne's mother, "You better keep your mouth shut, because if you tell anyone what happened, something really bad is going to happen." Well, maybe out of guilt, Anne's mother confessed to Anne. Like that in itself was not just a smack in the face to hear one's own mother say that. "Oh, I tried to kill your husband, but then I changed my mind because I didn't want to leave your children fatherless." So then, what happened? Because Anne's mother opened her mouth, is that Anne's father became ill and suddenly died. Now, all of this started because of a petty dislike. One person is dead, and another person is horribly, horribly ill, and their illness, their degeneration, will eventually end in death. All for a petty dislike. So, being that I have seen this firsthand, I know this is a very real situation. This is not just some story. I mean, maybe you can tell by the emotion that I'm kind of conveying in the telling of this story. It's hard for me not to feel emotional because it's just very, I can't even explain it. Like, this is, it's very upsetting because I know these people. I know them firsthand. The moral of this story, the reason why I'm sharing this at the end of our Curses, Hexes, and Their Effects week, after saying that I think the punishment should fit the crime, and after saying that some forethought should really come into it. The reason why I'm saying this after those points that I've made is that this story, this true story, really illustrates that. This is only one case. Now, sometimes, you know, things don't get to this heavy, heavy point. But, again, I'm not the morality police. I'm not going to tell you what you may or may not need to or feel you need to do in your life. But I will say, please, let the punishment fit the crime. And please do use some forethought. Objective forethought. Because I think there are some people out there in the world, sometimes, that get entangled in things, that do things that they don't stop and think about. Like, they're so in the moment of what they feel that they don't go, is this really a good idea? Can this come back to bite me in the ass? Can this do horrible things that I did not really intend? That go beyond, things that go beyond what I meant to do. You know, I think all aspects of a situation should really be analyzed. That's probably about, honestly, that's probably all I'm going to say on this topic. Because I think, again, everybody else this week really gave you some good food for thought. I thought the best that I could do maybe was give you a case study, a point in case, an example from real life that I know to illustrate why I believe that cursing and hexing, there's some heavy stuff. It's heavy artillery, you know, don't go whipping it out, you know, at the fall of a pin. You know what I'm saying? Know what you're doing and know why and think about it. Because some things, when you do them, some things can't be undone. Blessed be and Ashe.